Pewter, we're going to sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
Can they sync with people with dementia?
Well,
What happened?
the Psync machine isn't operating to capacity.
I'm sorry, what?
Yesterday's Psync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Compatible?
What?
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours.
16
At least.
hours!
You've got 8.
But that's impossible.
So we can't sync yet, huh?
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner. We may be able to find some clues.
Good idea.
But we can't hold her here for that long, can we? I let Boss and Pewter know.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs. I'll be back in 6 hours.
But you said 8.
Not 6 now!
Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
Hey, this is a hostile work environment.
Oh, I liked it when Pewter wasn't evil. It's nice.
Why would Mayumi lie?
She is probably protecting someone.
But who?
Surely you know by now.
Yeah.
There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Who's Mayumi covering for? Ota Tsushima, Iris Music. No, Ota, obviously.
It's Ota.
It has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
Okay. What do I think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer? No. No. There is no way he could be the Cyclops killer. And if he is, stupid. Stupid, I'd hate the game for it. He really cared about Iris. He wouldn't stab her in the eye. Second off, he wouldn't kill Renju or Shoko. The only link that he has to Shoko is the Kamakuras, I think, with the whole thing with So and Ota may be responsible for the blow up, but we don't know that yet. And the only other thing that he might be the killer is if he's changed from the polar bear suit, because they were never on screen at the same time. But then again, there's no way. No way.
Impossible.
Why?
Oh, we're gonna do this. Okay. I just want to go through all the options.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
Why would she
What?
do
Or
that?
even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
No.
In short, Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
No.
A performance?
Iris drove the Matsushita's van. Ota drove the station wagon.
Yeah?
They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it. Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it. After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw. Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar
Yeah.
bear were never on screen at the same time.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and then...
Stay away from Tessa!
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
I hope it's not true. Like, why would they do that?
Consider the possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself. It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory.
And the fact that they're addressing it now, I feel like it's not gonna be a thing then.
It is one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer. Shoko and Renju were both exposed and displayed. And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive. Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
Yeah.
We can't rule anything out.
I don't think it's Iris, though. I really don't think so. I mean, maybe, but, like, I feel like she's too stupid to do that. Or she could just be pulling up a front, but... We gonna see anyone here?
Ota, why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her. Why?
I'm feeling bad for him when I shouldn't be. But at the same time, it's like she literally confessed to the crime, even though she's lying. I'm just chilling. You worrying about your mom?
Of course I am. That's my mom. What son wouldn't be worried about his mom?
You worried about Iris?
So worried that my stomach is in knots. The surgery was successful, but they told me she isn't out of the ICU yet.
Are you doing okay?
Okay? How could I be okay? I got stabbed by a serial killer.
Easy, kid. You're gonna open up your stitches.
Why are you here?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
It's not like Mayumi is under arrest, yeah.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes, but as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying, so we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying. Mom didn't do it. She's innocent.
Is Iris the criminal?
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
No way. Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself, or asked you to do it.
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that? I was fighting for my life against the criminal.
Thermograph?
That wasn't caught on camera, though. Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
Oh!
Ew.
I mean, he got a point. Did you stage the warehouse incident?
I'm telling you I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone.
And the only one she would protect is
The
you,
only
because
person
her
I can
husband
think
is
of
dead.
would be you.
Why?
Apparently, she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition. Mom has dementia. Maybe her memory is just mixed up.
About Mayumi's dementia.
Everything is my fault. It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good. You know Bloom Park is close by here, right? People who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah, we're just barely outside of the restricted area, but because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day, and he was a security guard and traffic cop at night. Mom worked as a janitor. They were both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was such a dumbass. I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job. And they bought me a PC and Idol concert tickets. I had it good, but we were drowning in debt.
Dead?
And there's a loan on the house and the diner. Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up. So they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started, Dad...
Passed away?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. From overwork. But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me. Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing.
Oh, this is making me like Ota and I don't like it.
She just smiled and told me that it was okay, even when I told her I was going to drop out.
Aw.
Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Ah, here we go.
Wow, a writer. Oh, that's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You worked so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom. A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes. Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so, I won't stop you. Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it.
Yeah, but I wish Ota had considered the fact that how much his parents got him into a good college, and for him just to drop out like that when they're even in debt.
And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay?
Like, Mayumi's a good mom, but like she should have told him. She shouldn't have told him anything. He should have just figured it out himself that like his parents worked their asses off to get him into this college, and you're just gonna drop off to become a writer just because you're friends with someone at a publishing company. That doesn't, just because you're friends with someone from a publishing company, that doesn't mean you'll automatically become a writer. No way.
Forever and ever, I'll always support you, Ota.
Aw. You lied about that editor thing, right?
Yeah, how do you guess?
Yeah, you lied
It
about
was
it.
really just a few texts back and forth, but I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words.
Well, don't give up after the first 5,000 words. Listen, as my time as a fanfic writer, I know how hard it is to write stuff. And it takes a lot of creativity and everything. You just need to jot things down and just think of something. You gotta complete something. That's how I feel like with a lot of my videos. You just gotta keep putting in the effort, and eventually you'll get through it and you'll make that novel. And if anything, it could be a short story. You don't have to write a full-on novel.
To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
When did Mayumi's illness start?
Not long after I quit college, Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally one day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Ota, you should have been like, hey, Mom, are you okay? Like,
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
I have the power of God and anime on my side! Whoa! You do not take that tone with your mother! My god! You don't take that tone with your mother!
Mom got sick because I'm such a piece of shit. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. I was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I thought she was messing with me. I was so cruel to her for no reason. And she got worse and worse.
What's that picture?
It's the one that was on the thing. Yep, same one.
Looking at this photo reminds me, one time when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Hey, Aiba.
I can't even say anything mean to him anymore. I feel awful. I mean...
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Yeah.
Your presumption is illogical.
Human beings are illogical. We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time. But we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
Intuition.
Do you find that useful?
At times. Aiba, let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
Understood. Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
I was, but a thought occurred to me. Aiba, who drove the van here?
There are two possibilities. Either Iris, or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
And Mayumi?
Considering the time that she purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible. The van was hijacked from the Femisto parking lot at 10:32 p.m. At that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than 100 yards away.
Aiba, are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Femisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
She seems a lot more high-pitched than normal. I don't know if this is anything at all. I just...
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
Why are you stating the obvious?
That was normal.
We found the chocolate Mayumi bought on the floor of the cold storage warehouse, but that doesn't prove she was actually at the scene. If she was, how did she get here? She wasn't in the van or the station wagon.
Of course! A different car. I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
Aiba connected the end system server and began her research. She got a result in no time.
Found one hit. A taxi.
Where's that taxi now?
It is parked in Lemniscate's parking lot.
At Lemniscate? Why?
Unknown, but we should speak with the driver immediately.
Agreed. Let's go!
Hey, got a minute?
Are you talking to moi?
Oh boy.
What?
Date, now is not the time to be distracted by this old man's diction.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
Moi? I am but a humble taxicab driver.
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
The boob. Wanna get some food sometime?
Huh? I can't hear you.
Walk close to the receptionist.
Oh, you asked me out before, didn't you? But it's kind of complicated. I told you, I am reptilian.
But you were just joking, right?
No, I'm serious. I only eat vegetables.
I am fairly sure she means vegetarian.
Oh my god. Is it business as usual here?
What? You gotta...
Okay.
Well, what can I say, you know? The biz is harsh, schedules are tight. If we shut down for even a date, we'd throw everyone else's schedules off. So they want to avoid that, of course.
What? I can't hear you. If I talk to you again.
What? Oh, I can't believe Tessa became a victim too. It's like, seriously, can you not? What if I'm next? freaks me out.
Freaks me
Date,
out.
could you introduce me to some big, strong man who can protect me?
I am that big, strong man.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine on your own.
Or that.
No, I'll totally die.
I'll totally die.
Featured. Anyone can run a pyramid scheme. I believe I'll purchase that on my way home.
Before I arrived at London Skate, I got a picture of Mayumi from Abyss. Showed it to the driver.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
Oh, I did indeed. I remember her well. The old hag.
Old hag?
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo. Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Reported?
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse? It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi.
Describe what happened.
I recall it was around 10 in the evening, near the Kabasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner. That's where I picked up the old hag. And as soon as she stepped foot in my conveyance, she was already barking orders at me. Follow that van, hurry! I must admit, I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film. I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front. We pursued the van for roughly half an hour. Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
The Femisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that. In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van, so I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there, while waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move. The old hag suddenly spoke up. "I have to buy something," she declared, then made her way into the 8.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate.
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at that very moment, I witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu. I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase. We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
I see. If the driver's story is correct, Mayumi did not know that Ota was left behind at the Femisto.
Mayumi thought Ota was in the van the whole time.
We then arrived at a splendid manor. The van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view. We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside. I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out, and we pursued. But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
The van drove into the restricted Kabasaki district. The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow, but I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came. But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. In fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout. About 45 minutes later, the date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on Monday.
How do you remember the time so well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor. Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends. The van returned down the same street. And thus, we again made pursuit. I kept considerable distance. We had come so far, I did not want to get caught now. But my caution backfired. I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses. Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses. I waited for some time, but the old hag did not return. The goose was cooked at this point, so I made the decision to return home. I am glad I had the foresight to ask for payment in advance.
I have one more question.
I follow your story. I have one more question. Where is this manor the van stopped at?
Oh, every taxi driver in the city knows that residence. It is the personal home of Congressman So Sajima.
Sajima? Why did the van go to So's house?
We need to speak with him immediately.
Agreed. Let's move.
But sadly, that is where I'm going to have to stop this for now. Oh, come on. Of course your birthday is closer friggin' than anyone else's. It's always the stupid people that have the closer birthday to me. It's like, why? Why?